Yeah. Yeah. TGIF. So much things we got today on the Valentine show. All right. How's everybody doing? Thank God we're here, TGIF. How's everybody feeling out there? Let's get into it. We're starting early today. Starting on time, incredibly. Who's up in here? Who's up in the chat? Let me know what's up. Let me know who's up in here. We got so much things to cover today. We're going to be covering a lot. We're going to be covering about the whole Equality Act passed in the House of Representatives. What does that mean? What is that? A danger to women. We're going to be talking about airstrikes in Syria and pork portions in a bill. We're going to be talking about that $1.9 trillion stimulus package, some of the craziness that this stuff has. This is just spending out the yin-yang. Like, I'm all for let's give money to the people, but we got to take some of that pork out. Meaning, we got to take some of those things that are put into that bill just because we are, just because we're politicians and we're evil and we're going to try to get it past the people without the people knowing. That's what pork is. Who's up in here? How's everybody doing? We got a lot to cover. Let's get right into it. I think I'm the only one in here right now, but we're gonna get into it right away. We're gonna get into it right away because there is a lot to cover. Let's switch screens and let's talk about all these different things that are going on in this political sphere. I'm gonna try to Fridays. I'm gonna make it exclusively probably about politics. You guys seen that I'm trying to do more reactions. I'm trying to do different things on the channel, but Fridays I'm gonna try to make it exclusively about the most important things that have happened in the political sphere. We got big things coming up. Donald J. Trump is set to speak at CPAC. What is he gonna announce? Who knows? I tell you this, man. I have so much joy, and I'm not gonna lie. I have so much joy when I see so many people freaking out, liberals freaking out because of the things Trump does or the things that conservatives do, right? The jokes. To be honest, I'll vote for Donald Trump again just to see the crying, to be honest, because it's so trivial what these people are crying about, these first world problems, that I'm like, just take it easy, man. Take it easy. So he's set to speak on Sunday. I'm probably gonna be, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on this channel, on my Spanish channel, but out somewhere I'll probably be covering at 3:40 on Sunday at CPAC. Donald J. Trump is going to be talking. Is he going to be announcing his bid for the White House in 2024? Who knows? I was speaking to Anthony Brian Logan last time I called, and thank you for all the people that follow me from Anthony Brian Logan that have come here and see me when I call, but and have graciously come to my channel to check out what I do up in that casa, up in this house, right? I was speaking to him and he told me that he believes that he's probably going to just tease, a little bit of teasing, right? Test the waters. That makes perfect sense, to be honest. Let's test the waters. Let's see where the Republican Party is at right now. So he might tease a little bit. He might just keep it in general terms, you know, America first, all that stuff. Sounds good. Let's see what he does. Again, that's going to be Sunday at 3:40 p.m. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover on the Spanish show or on the English show, but I'll probably cover it somewhere. What's up, Bad A Dan, Ronnie in the house, and Morgan. What's up, Morgan? All the usual crew in the casa. Guys, hit that like, hit that share. Let's get right into it right away. Let's go. TGIF, thank God it's Friday, and it's exciting Friday. We're live, and let's get ready to rock and roll. Joe Biden. Saint Joe. I'm going to call him Saint Joe from now on. I give him that name on my TikTok. I have a TikTok in Spanish. El Santo Biden. Why do I say Saint Biden? Because everything this man does. No. That's Trump's fault. No, that was Trump. What was it called? The deportations happening now. No, that's Trump's fault. Like, he's a president now. So, like, whose fault is this? This is Joe Biden. Wow, I had an article here that I missed, and I wanted to, where is that article? OMG. I had an article about, and let me just tell you guys what it is before I get into the story. That way you guys exactly know. Joe Biden canceled an operation called the talent operation. This was something initiated by Donald J. Trump. Okay, what was the talent operation? What was that? Operation Talent was an initiative by the Trump administration to target exclusively illegal immigrants who had committed sexual crimes. Joe Biden, for some reason, we still don't know to this day what the reason for that he ended this operation. 18 United States senators sent a letter to not senators, excuse me, attorney generals from different states, obviously, sent a letter to Joe Biden saying that we have to put this back. As a matter of fact, you know what? I can't, I got to show you guys this. Wait, I cannot go without showing you guys this because this is important. This letter is, what did I do with this letter? But I got it right here. I'm going to find it right here. Look at it right here. I told you guys. Shoo. Okay. All right. Let me just read you the first paragraph of the letter. That way you guys see and understand what's really going on. Okay, here we go. All right. This is the letter right here. This is Attorney General of Missouri, Eric Schmidt. He's I guess the one who's leading this effort, telling Joe Biden, why did you rescind this? Why did you stop this? And again, the left is like, no, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. He didn't do it. It was ICE. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who controls ICE? Like, they blame Donald Trump for every deportation that happens. So why are we not going to blame Joe Biden for rescinding this program? Look what it says here. Again, this is to President Joseph R. Biden, to obviously the White House. Dear President Biden, Secretary Mayorkas, and Acting Director Johnson, the undersigned attorney generals of 18 states write to express our grave concern about the recent report that an immigration and customs enforcement agents, ICE, has canceled Operation Talent, a nationwide operation targeting illegally present convicted sex offenders for removal from the United States. This is ill-advised decision threatens to empower sexual predators to victimize women and children in America and to exacerbate the tragic crisis of sexual assault and sex trafficking among migrant and immigrant communities. We urge you to reconsider the decision and restore an aggressive enforcement policy against convicted sexual predators who are unlawfully present in the United States of America. Okay. 18 United States senators write to Joe Biden. Joe, Operation Talent was good. I know Trump did it. He's your mortal enemy. But are we just going to undo it because Trump did it? To this day, I haven't seen no reason for ending this. He ended it. Let's continue here. Dozens of Democratic lawmakers asked Joe Biden to give up. This is crazy. I wonder why. To give up. Look what they want. Democratic lawmakers want Joe Biden to give up. President's sole authority to launch nuclear weapons weeks after Nancy Pelosi warned unhinged Donald Trump could use them. So there are, 30? It says here dozens. I think it's 30 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I read somewhere else where it says like 30 of them. Look at it right here. Nearly 3 dozen Democratic lawmakers have signed on to a letter that asks President Joe Biden to give up his sole authority to launch a nuclear code. What does the letter say? Why do Democrats, and this is crazy because they're Democrats, right? Like, okay, I will understand if Republicans are asking Joe Biden, hey, Joe Biden is he's getting dementia. We want to make sure that he doesn't, just the same way Nancy Pelosi did to Trump. I know this crazy president, he cannot have sole authority of launching nuclear strikes on countries, right? Nearly 3 dozen Democratic lawmakers have signed onto a letter that asks President Joe Biden to give up his sole authority to launch a nuclear strike. Vesting one person with this authority entails real risks, reads the letter according to Politico and Fox News, which was written by California Democratic Rep. Jimmy Panetta. Past presidents have threatened to attack other countries with nuclear weapons or exhibit behavior that cause other officials to express concern about the president's judgment. So why like in the chat, let me know, why would Democratic lawmakers want access to the nuclear codes? It's your president and it's your boy up there, right? At the minimum, this is just embarrassing. This is sending, the other signal that this is sending is like Joe Biden can't perform, right? And there's substantial evidence that Joe Biden is in cognitive decline. Everybody knows there's substantial evidence. You guys see it. when he was this week. What was he that he said supposedly the N word? And let me listen up, people on the right. Listen up, people on the right. There's a video flowing around where Joe Biden is saying a speech, right? He's saying this speech, and supposedly he says the N word. And people on the right are like, look, he's saying, look what he's saying, this, blah, blah, blah. I heard somebody turn on the captions, right? The closed captioning on YouTube, and supposedly it says the N word. To be honest, people on the right, us, I'm talking about us, that's petty. Why do I say that's petty? You guys know exactly that he was not trying to say the N word. And I'm not defending Joe Biden, but when we do things like this, we look just as petty as the left that we constantly criticize, and we're constantly name calling for them being snowflakes. Yet on the right, we come do something. This doesn't have no the guy made a gaffe, like, he's doing 10 billion of them because of his. Some people claim it is because of the cognitive decline. But when you go and you post on your account, right, on your personal account or whatever, you say, oh, look, Joe Biden is saying the N word, where he's clearly not saying the N word, where he's clearly making a gaffe. Has Joe Biden said the N word in Congress before? Facts, 100%. Just look up the video. Joe Biden saying the N word, the actual N word, not a stupid little gaffe that he did. And we look petty when he does stuff like this. Back to what I was saying. So we gotta, and to finish up this point, we gotta be a little bit more grown up than that, and not latch on to stupid things. When we bring up arguments, let our arguments be substantial and not be little petty like little children, in my opinion. If you want to get taken serious, right? If you want to get taken serious, then we gotta kick up our ability to produce valuable arguments, and not that's an argument that you make when you have nothing else to talk about, to be honest, or a substantial argument to make against somebody's ideologies or political standings, and you latch, oh, look, he's maybe said the N word. No, come on. He has a lot of bad things that we could talk about in his ideologies and things like this, and we're gonna latch on to that. Getting back to this, so Democratic lawmakers are asking for these codes, like, it's making Joe Biden look, to be honest, a bit not able to perform, if you get what I mean, right? Because it's Democrats, it's not Republicans asking for the codes. But let's see what happens, man. I mean, it's no bueno, right? As we, the Latinos, say. Thank you for the people that are here. We have so much to cover about. We're gonna be talking about and to be honest, I'm glad it's happening to white people, because you guys voted for this, right? No president in the United States is elected without the white vote, plain and simple. You guys are going to be persecuted now, and I think it's the only way you guys learn if things like this start happening to you, which is you're getting persecuted. They're talking about the funds that they're talking about giving in the $1.9 trillion bill to be given to certain people, farms and restaurants, based on skin color. And we're going to be talking about, watch the argument that I'm gonna make about Joe Biden's racism, which there is. He's literally legit racist, right? But in my opinion, right now, he's probably more racist to the people that look like him, white people, right? Even though obviously everybody knows about the whole, you better vote for me, if not, you ain't black, Jack. Stop the malarkey. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about what the House just passed, the equality bill, and how dangerous this is. There's an inquisition on women, but you know what? I want that to happen to women too. It's not going to be people, and people, women on the right understand exactly what's going on. But some things, the Bible says that people don't understand with words. They understand with hits, meaning not necessarily bodily hits or bodily damage, but they understand when bad things happen to them, right? So when women start being attacked and men with mental issues start going into women's bathrooms and start attacking them, and women start losing a lot more sports scholarships because men are just taking over women's sports, then you will learn. A lot of women voted for Joe Biden. A lot of white people voted for Joe Biden. And we're going to get into those two topics in a bit. Mr. Potato Head is now gender neutral. I mean, yo, guys. Is bananas. And I just found out yesterday about what Google did to an emoji to please the LGBT agenda. It is bananas. But we're going to be covering all that, and we're going to be turning on the lines, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let's continue here. What else we got? Let's talk about The Biden airstrikes. Biden faces bipartisan backlash over Syria bombing. So Joe Biden is not even 100 days into his president's uh, term, right? And he bombed Syria, right? Why, right? People want to know why. People uh, want to know why he did this, right? There's backlash from people on the left saying that we should not be intruding on a sovereign nation. And you're gonna see the text from this is why we're gonna see an old tweet from Jen Psaki. This is why, guys, don't follow the Republican Party, don't follow the Democrat Party, follow the truth. If you follow the truth, you will never ever be wrong. Ever. Nobody will ever be able to say that you're wrong or that you do this. But when you become partisan and biased toward a thing, and like your people, your crew, your side can never, ever, ever, ever do wrong, then you're gonna find yourself defending undefensible situations, and you're gonna be losing everything. You're gonna be losing debates. You're gonna be losing everything. You're gonna be losing credibility because you're a partisan, as they said, partisan hack. We're gonna be seeing this tweet by Jen Psaki regarding attacks. What she said regarding attacks when Trump was there, and now there's no questioning because she's in the administration, right? So we have people like Ro Khanna saying we cannot stand up for congressional authorization before military strikes, only when there is a Republican in the president. The administration should have sought congressional authorization here. We need to work to extricate from the Middle East, not escalate, which is, I mean, I believe the United States should not be involved, well, in any war, any conflict, just like Donald J. Trump, who didn't start one war. Can we agree, even leftists, can we agree that that's good, that Donald J. Trump didn't start one war? Or is that something that's bad just because it's Donald J. Trump? Look at Jen Psaki. This is Jen Psaki back in 2017. Jen Psaki, current press secretary or White House spokesperson, whatever she is, I'm not even sure. She's saying regarding attack, look at the date of this tweet, April 6, 2017. She says, I'm guessing Donald J. Trump had sent some. I think Donald J. Trump did 1 or 2 attacks to certain targets overseas in Syria or something like that, right? Also, this is Jen Psaki in 2017. Also, what is the legal authority for strikes? Assad is a brutal dictator, but Syria is a sovereign country. This is what she was asking back in 2017. Okay. What is the legal authority for strikes now, Jen Psaki? Now that you are part of the administration, are you? Is that something that still concerns you? And it's funny because you know who was retweeting this? The beloved Ilhan Omar from Minnesota. Again, we the United States cannot be the police of the world. We cannot send our boys from Chicago, our boys from Miami, our boys from Los Angeles to go die in the desert in Syria or in Afghanistan. That can't be happening no more. Now, what is the reason that they did this attack? It's right down here. Let me see what I put it. Found it. Let me see. It was a preemptive attack. Look what it says here. Biden's defense secretary, Lloyd Austin, told reporters on Thursday night that the strike was in retaliation for a February 15 rocket attack against a U.S. military base at Erbil International Airport in North Iraq that killed a U.S. contractor and wounded a U.S. soldier. Again, this is supposedly retaliation for an attack by Syrian-backed forces. I hope this doesn't escalate. Let's see what happens. I hope the party of peace doesn't become the party of bombs over Syria, right? Let's talk about the $1.9 trillion spending package that I think they were going to vote for it today, if I'm not mistaken. I tried looking. I didn't see any new updates, but in Congress, when these Congress people, these lawmakers pass bills, they put little things in there. Let me give you an example. Let's make up a bill. The Valentine Act of 2021 is going to make Valentine a millionaire. I like that act. I support that act. Okay. In that act, with that name, supposedly it's going to make Valentine a millionaire. Some lawmakers, they come and they put a little piece of something that in politics they call it pork. Something that has nothing to do with making Valentine a millionaire. They put it in there. They put, okay, we're gonna make Valentine a millionaire, but we also gotta give $200 million to public hospitals in the state of New York. What does that have to do with making Valentine rich? Absolutely nothing. Is there pork in this $1.9 trillion Biden bill? Hold your horses. This is Adriano Espaillat, first Dominican state representative in Congress, first Dominican in Congress. He's a rep, right? That I am so happy I didn't vote for just because he was Dominican. He's a Democrat, not voting for him. This is he was incredibly being grilled on CNN by this is a funny name, by a Puppy Harlow. Puppy Harlow decided to go in on Adriano Espaillat, my fellow countryman that's a Democrat. Let's see what Mr. Adriano says to the line of questioning from Puppy Harlow.
I got to ask you about some other stuff in this bill, because you've got folks like Asa Hutchinson, the governor of Arkansas, saying it's got to be more narrow. He talks about aid in there for arts programs, peace programs, et cetera. But then specifically, there's something in your state, here in New York, there's $1.5 million of funding toward the international bridge between New York and Canada, a bridge. And then right around San Francisco in the Bay Area, there's $100 million to fund the San Francisco Bay Area Rapid Transit, or BART.
Did you hear that? The bill is called the $1.9 trillion spending package, whatever the name they gave it. But it's supposed to be for emergency funds for the American people who are suffering, American businesses, etc. They're putting in this thing, they're putting 1.9 something million for an international bridge between New York, the state of New York, and Canada. What does that have to do with coronavirus relief for the people? They're also spending $100 million, I think what she said, for BART in the Bay Area. Some tunnel, $100 million. What does that have to do with COVID-19 relief? What does that have to do with this? To be honest, guys, the more I learn about politics and the way that these people work, they're constantly lying to your face. And you are constantly voting for these people. They're constantly, the people are being lied to, and the people are still voting for these people to their faces. You know why? You know why they do this? Because we don't read. We don't want to know. All this information most likely is going to be public for everybody to know what the bill is. Do you think people are going to sit there and read it? No, because the people are, they can easily stay 1 hour on TikTok than watch, for example, a show like this, like Valentine. Valentine is trying to put in his work and try to educate the people and try to educate himself. Yet people choose other stupidity rather than things that are going to be important to them. These people are putting stuff on this bill that's it's like free money. Where is this money coming from, and why are these people voting for? They putting all these things in, and they're not getting no blowback for the people. Why? And they're gonna keep doing it. Why? Because the people don't care. The people only care about what the media tells them they should care about. And clips like this, who should be everywhere, they should be, that way people know exactly who these people are voting for. They don't go viral. Cat videos go viral.
BART. Steve Scalise, your Republican colleague, said a subway to Silicon Valley has anything to do with COVID. Are you comfortable with those in here?
Look, a lot of people will get into this got you attitude about this provision, this budget.
I'm not gotcha. Right? It's there. It's like right here. I actually went back and read it.
I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying that in any bill that has $1.9 trillion, there will be one line that will probably be somewhat embarrassing, right, Poppy? But I tell you what, this is
it's embarrassing, and that's $101.5 million of taxpayer money. And I'm just saying, are you comfortable with it?
The answer, no, I'm not comfortable. I'm never comfortable.
They're gonna keep doing it. And look, he's saying that he's not comfortable with it. Yet I guarantee you that he's gonna vote for it. I guarantee you that he is going to vote for it, guys, because that's just how it is. Just give me 1 second. I gotta fix a little something here. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Wait up. Give me 1 second. All right. So that's guys, that's just how it is. That's how the people, these politicians, they view you, right? They just put stuff in there just because, we're just gonna put it in because the people are not gonna sit there. You see those sheets you just brought up? You tell one people, yo, read this sheet. Read it. They're like, oh man, I gotta read one sheet. I don't even know what this means. I gotta read it. No. That's where they're at. Let me see what else I have here. Look, so and not only that, right? So they're talking about giving money to people who already have money. Like, look, listen. Let's give money to people. You guys know my stand on this bill, right? On this coronavirus spending bill. You guys know exactly my stance, right? You guys know that it's either I look at it two ways, right? The way I look at it is either for the people. Stop all bill collecting. Stop people's paying bills. Stop people doing all that stuff. All of it. The people that are not working, obviously, stop it. But they can't do that. So the only other option that they have is to give people money to pay for all that stuff. Either you got to do one or the other. So since you can't stop all the bill collecting, right? You got to give. You're gonna have to give people money. Can we give people the money? Should we be giving people that? Whoa. Something dropped here like crazy. What's going on, man? Hey, it's the Democrats, man. They getting for me, man. They coming for me, man, because I'm speaking the truth, as they say in the hood. Not the truth, but the truth. With F. Should people that never stop working one day get money? No, that's just a simple answer. No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't get money because they never stop working. Let's give money to people that they're not able to find work to this day. People that are their business closed and that they haven't been able to find work, or businesses who are having it very tough, like restaurant owners, etc., who are not able to, because of some of these policies from a lot of these Democratic lawmakers. They're not able to run their businesses correctly. We should do something about that. Let's help these people out. But let's not help somebody that's never stop working, or that their business never shut down, because we're just throwing money in the air. And you know what happens when we start printing money? Inflation. Because people have more money and business owners know this. What are some of the things that, for example, that are there, right? Let me tell you this. And as a matter of fact, we're still around the same number for the people that are wondering, are we getting these checks? It's going to be $1,400 per person, right? And they're talking about obviously expanding the unemployment insurance to $400 per week, all the way up to like September, if I'm not mistaken, right? Actually, no. Let me see. Through August, they want to extend the $400 unemployment insurance. But look at this. For example, look at this. California, which recently reported a $10 billion budget surplus, so they have more money than they're wasting, is expected to receive more than $40 billion via the bill, which Republican leaders, including McCarthy, say is not needed. So California has $10 billion extra. They're able to fund all their programs, or their giving everything, $10 billion. Yet the bill is going to give them $40 billion. Like, for what? Again, this is and it's going to pass. It's going to pass because obviously you guys know that the Democrats control everything in the House of Representatives. They control everything in Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives. So it's going to pass. Now, for the white people, listen up, white people. For the white people that voted for Biden, to be honest, I have to say that because you didn't understand, we told you, right? The anti-white sentiment that is coming from these people, from the Democrats in the United States, pure racism, pure reverse racism. They're going to resolve racism by being racist themselves. You get titles like this. Biden's COVID relief bill is choked full of anti-white reverse racism. Why do I say reverse racism? Let's read a little bit that way you guys understand the way that they want to implement giving the money to farms and restaurants. Who's in front of the line and who's going to be in the back of the line. You're going to see. To be honest, I'm so glad I'm Latino. Because Latino, I'm able to, I'm like neutral. Latinos are like neutral in the United States. We're like in the middle, right? We're like, we could play on the white side a little bit. We could play on the black side a little bit. We could play wherever we want. Some Latinos are just perfectly happy in the center and nobody's going to say something because if they say, oh, you said something racist. Hey, no, remember, I'm a BIPOC. I'm a person of color. Don't say nothing to me because I'm a person of color. They could play the white game and the black game. Let's see where Latinos might fall on this one here. Latinos don't play that. Even if you're white, you could be like, no, yeah, I'm white. I look white because they're white Latinos and black Latinos. We got everything. We have the full gamut. You could be like, yeah, I'm white, but I'm actually Latino. So you don't have to put me in the back of the line like these people want to put white people and white men specifically in the back of the line. Polls show that most Americans support the federal COVID-19 relief bill, but if they knew what is in it, they might feel differently. The bill is a affront to the American ideal of equal treatment under law and a slap in the face for people who want everyone helped fairly. Look what it says here. Section 1005 of the bill's offers socially, listen to the word, socially disadvantaged farm owners total debt forgiveness of up to hundreds of thousands of no-string dollars per farmer, but white men needn't apply. The bill's definition of socially disadvantaged, drawn from elsewhere in the federal law, limits aid to racial groups who face historic discrimination. And look who's leading this. Newly elected Senator Ralph Warnock, who I call the Minister of Death because Planned Parenthood founder Margaret Zanger, who wanted to exterminate the Negro. Look for that video on my channel. It's called probably Exterminate the Negro. And I have a historical document where she says that in the letter. She said that she needed for the minister, Raphael Warnock is a pastor, a minister, to get involved and to try to quell the most rebellious members of the Negroes to implement this genocide of the black race through family planning and abortions. Raphael Warnock, who proposed the measure, said it will make up for years of discrimination. Sorry, Senator, but this is discrimination. Again, they want to give the money out based on skin color to make up for years of discrimination. Discrimination, likewise, mars the bill's aid to restaurant. It grants restaurant owners up to $5 million per family. $5 million per facility to offset losses caused by lockdowns. The lifeline of the restaurants barely hanging on. Look what it says here. Here's the hitch. Only women, veterans, and owners of socially and economically disadvantaged concerns. Again, they define racially elsewhere in the law may apply during the program's first 3 weeks. Most white males go to the back of the line, even if their needs are more pressing. Again, socially and economic disadvantaged people, meaning people of color. Hey, Latino, we up in there. Hey, we got this. Socially disadvantaged people of color get to go in the front of the line. But let me put it more clearly for you, that way you guys understand. Listen, white people that voted for Joe Biden. Look where's it at? Oh man, did I miss it? No. Oh, there you go. He's your homeboy. He's your homeboy right here. Joe Biden. Joe Biden says it. Imagine if Donald J. Trump said this. This was back in January 10th. Look at the views. Look. Oh, it has 7 million views, right? But if Joe Biden, if this guy would have said this, Trump would have said this, it would have been racism, the beginning of World War III, all that packaged into one. Listen to what Joe Biden says, who he wants to give the aid first to.
Our focus will be on small businesses on Main Street. that aren't wealthy and well-connected, that are facing real economic hardships through no fault of their own. Our priority will be Black, Latino, Asian, and Native American-owned small businesses, women-owned businesses.
White males, I feel sorry for you. White females, you're still going to the back of the line. But thank you for your vote.
And finally, having equal access to resources needed to reopen and rebuild. But we're going to make a concerted effort to help small businesses in low-income communities, in big cities, small towns, rural communities that have faced systemic barriers to relief.
They put on their glasses when they wake up in the morning. Everything is through the veil of racism. They see everything through. Oh, wait. Valentine. Let me see. Valentine is somebody. Valentine. He's Latino. He's oppressed. He can't do anything. Like, bro, can you judge me based on the content of my character? Am I asking for anything more?
Think of the mom and pop owner with a couple of employees who can't pick up the phone and call the banker, who doesn't have a lawyer, an accountant to help them through this complicated process, to know if they're even qualified, or who simply didn't know where this relief was available in the first place. We went through this down when we brought Detroit back off its knees. And as we saw in this morning's job report, restaurants, bars, and hospitality industry have been slammed by this virus.
Yeah, but there you have like white owners too who have been slammed by this virus, and you have to just give them based on a needs basis, not on a color of their skin, who have historically been affected in 100 years ago. Like, who cares? Like, can we just help people? But this is not the way the Democrat Party thinks, guys. And I to be honest, we got to spread the word. You got to spread the word. And thank you for the people that are here. Spread the word. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot of people here today. We got 17 people in the chat doing ya thing. Thank you so much. We're going to be opening up the lines. And maybe I just want to react to this Ron Paul video. And that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to get into the calls and the chats and all that stuff. Can we give the aid to people that just need the aid, that merit the aid? Could we not even look at their skin color, or we have to? He was criticized this week too for saying that Black and what was it, Black and Latino communities are not able to use a computer. I had on my Instagram, I had a you know what? Listen. I want you guys to see this. To be honest, I want you guys to see this, because it's hilarious. He said this. This is what he was saying. To put it into context, let me tell you guys the truth. He was asking a question of somebody who asked him, what are you gonna do for the Black and Latino community? He was asking that question, but why does he have to bring up the fact that Black and brown communities in inner cities and rural places can't use a computer or something like that? Look what he says, and look what this Black guy is doing when watch. Let me put this. Look what this Black guy is doing because he said that we can't use computers. Look.
People don't know how to register. Not everybody in the community, the Hispanic and the African American community, particularly in rural areas that are distant and or inner city districts, know how to get online to determine how to get in line.
We don't know how to use a computer. They don't know how to get online to get in line, all that stuff. I'm like, bro, just don't stop saying that, man, about, I know you were talking about Black and Latinos, but come on, bro, stop saying that. We know how to use a computer. We know how to use all this stuff. Don't make us more stupider than what we are. Don't think that we're going to depend on the democratic system to come and help us to fill some aid or get on a computer or get an ID, because no, if you ask the Black and the Latino community to get IDs, that's voter suppression. No, it's not voter suppression, dude. It's not voter suppression. You are telling us we can't get IDs? Is that hard, bro? But again, this is the Democratic Party of 2021 that you white people voted for. I don't care. I benefit from all these policies. I'm getting put to the front of the line because I'm Latino. You white people have a problem. I have a problem against all types of discrimination. I don't care who you are. Can we treat people fairly? I wonder if Martin Luther King was alive today. Why would he be thinking about all this stupidity? Let's get into Ron Paul. Let's get into this. Obviously, you guys know that the House of Representatives passed this law today. House of Representatives passes the Equality Act. What's the Equality Act? Equality Act is saying that basically, me, I'm Valentine now, but literally, I am Valentina right now. I have the same equal rights as any woman in any sports. I could go into the girls basketball team and destroy these people, destroy them, and go into the girls bathroom, no problem. Go into this, and you know who's championing this? You know who's pushing these things forward? Women. When it comes back to hit you, then you maybe you'll realize what you have done. Like, this is pure stupidity. It's anti-science. The left is supposedly, quote unquote, the party of science. They're not the party of science. They're the party of whenever they feel that science benefits them, then they're gonna do it. They're going to say stupidity things like this. This is just straight up stupid. There's no logic behind this. There's no science behind this. And nothing will change this. God established a female body. God established a male body. I'm stronger than most of the girls in this chat right now. Stronger than all of them, most likely. Is there anomalies? Yes, but most likely I'm stronger than all these girls right here. That's just the way it is. That doesn't make me better. Does that make me better? No, it doesn't make me better. It's just a physical difference that we need to acknowledge. That pass. We have transgenderism being promoted to kids, minors, people that they can't even think. Look at this exchange by this Dr. Levine, Rachel Levine, who was Richard Levine. This person, this doctor, again, and look at the name. Doctor is promoting a whole bunch of drugs, a whole bunch of things, puberty blockers to children who are not able. They don't even know what's their favorite color is. Yet they're able to make life-altering decisions on them. Rand Paul goes in hard. I'm liking Rand Paul, to be honest. He goes in hard, but he goes in with the fact, and you know what they're calling him because he's going in with the fact? Transphobic. He doesn't care. I don't care if you guys call me transphobic. Whoever calls me transphobic. If you have the facts, don't care what other people think. Yo, these people are cuckoo. Some of these people are cuckoo in the brain. These people are not working. Look at this exchange with Rand Paul, and you're going to be surprised. You're going to be flabbergasted at the response. The doctor gives, Rand Paul is actually another doctor. He's another doctor for the people that don't know. He's a legit doctor. The doctor gives you, like, if this person doesn't answer the question to a sitting senator, what are they going to be doing to the public that have no idea what are genders and what is the X chromosomes, Y chromosome? Look at this.
Genital mutilation has been nearly universally condemned. Genital mutilation has been condemned by the WHO, the United Nations Children's Fund, the United Nations Population Fund. According to the WHO, genital mutilation is recognized internationally as a violation of human rights. Genital mutilation is considered particularly egregious because, as the WHO notes, it is nearly always carried out on minors and is a violation of the rights of children. Most genital mutilation is not typically performed by force, but as WHO notes, that by social convention, social norm.
Do you hear that? So he's making the comparison between genital mutilation, meaning mutilating of your body. They call it genital mutilation in some cultures. Yet here we want to call it gender reassignment surgery. Like, we just want to have a play on words and it's going to make a difference. No. If you're a male, you are chopping off your wee-wee. If you are a female, you're chopping up your breasts. And we are giving this ability, we're giving these choices to be made by non-adult individuals who should be protected and should be guided by rationally thinking adults to in the correct path. Let's continue. This guy's gonna go. He's gonna go in on this on Levine.
The social pressure to conform, to do what others do and have been doing, as well as the need to be accepted socially and the fear of being rejected by the community. American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones to prevent their biological development of their secondary sexual characteristics.
To stop puberty.
Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia. Like surgical mutilation, hormonal interruption of puberty can permanently alter and prevent secondary sexual characteristics.
So we're bumping these children with chemicals, these hormones that are not supposed to be in their body, in the name of science. Do you see how irrational and illogical and stupid and demonic and diabolic and all the words that you want to put to these? It gets me infuriated and it gets me bad because these people want to make you look, the rational thinking human being, they want to make you look like the idiot. They want to make you look like the transphobic when you're trying to protect minors. We're trying to protect minors from not buying cigarettes. Yet when it's general, when we're talking about bumping the small bodies in the defenseless bodies of children, the Democratic Party of the United States of America, and we have to say it by their name because that's where it's coming from. We are pushing for this to be normalized. And again, you're like, but Valentine, this doesn't even affect me. I'm raising my children right. No, my friend. No. If you get a divorce from your wife, like the story happened, and your wife goes off the edge, and she wants to transition your child, you're gonna have a problem.
The American College of Pediatricians reports that 80 to 95% of prepubertal children with gender dysphoria will experience resolution by late adolescence if not exposed to medical intervention and social affirmation. Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Well, Senator, thank you for your interest in this question. Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field with robust research and standards of care that have been developed. And if I am fortunate enough to be confirmed as the Assistant Secretary of Health, I would look forward to working with you and your office and coming to your office and discussing the particulars of the standards of care for transgender medicine.
The specific question was about minors.
Did you hear the stupid response to that? No answer. No answer. This is the doctor. Watch the second response. It's even more astonishing than the first one. But he knows this. And he grills her for saying this.
A little more specific since you evaded the question. Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia? You have said that you're willing to accelerate the protocols for street kids. I'm alarmed that poor kids with no parents.
Did you hear what this person said? That they are, that the Dr. Levine is saying that he's willing to accelerate the protocol of giving kids these these drugs, etc., to street kids, to poor people. He's willing to accelerate it on the stupid poor kids, right?
Who are homeless and distraught. You would just go through this and allow that to happen to a minor. I would hope that you would have compassion for Kira Bell, who's a 23-year-old girl who was confused with her identity. At 14, she read on the internet about something about transsexual. She thought, well, maybe that's what I am. She ended up getting these puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones. She had her breasts amputated. But here's what ultimately she says now. And this is a very insightful decision from someone who made a mistake, but was led to believe this was a good thing by the medical community.
And you don't hear the detransitioning. There's thousands of children detransitioning. Now adults, they were confused. I don't want to be. I'm a girl naturally, and I turn into a boy. No, I don't want to be a boy. I'm just a girl. Thousands of stories. Do you hear this in the media? No. Why? Because there's an agenda. There's an agenda. That's why you don't hear it. Just Google it, but don't believe me. Go on YouTube. Go I detransition. Google that or YouTube that. I detransition. A whole bunch of. You're gonna see a list of people just. I know I detransition. It wasn't for me. None of this. You're giving choices to children who don't know where they're standing right now, who don't know who they are. They don't even know what they want to be when they grow up. And you want to make them mutilate and use this word, guys, use it. It's not sex assignment surgery. It's you want to mutilate. How loving is this? I want to know how loving is this that you have an individual that you care for, you care for him or her a lot, and he's telling you he's the opposite sex, and the way he's gonna resolve this issue is by chopping off a body part. Tell me if that makes sense to you. You're gonna tell him, you know what? You should chop off your breast. I think that's gonna make you happy. Does that make any logical sense at all to anybody? At all, like at all. And I'm not talking about this. It's not. I know people come right off the back. The people who have no argument, the left who has no argument. Oh no, you're transphobic, homophobic, all these types of phobics, whatever. No, it's funny because they use that's not that word. You guys are using it incorrectly. Phobic means fear. I don't have no fear of gay people. I don't have no fear of transgender people. But anyways, how is that a loving thing to do? Isn't the most loving thing you could tell a person that feels that they're in the wrong body? God made you special. I love you just the way you are. I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to change. I accept you the way you are. Isn't that much loving to tell them? We're still going to get to the second answer, and it's coming up. And we're going to be, after this, we're going to be turning on the lines. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this and on any issue that came up during the week that I didn't cover in this show.
I made a brash decision as a teenager, as a lot of teenagers do, trying to find confidence and happiness, except now the rest of my life will be negatively affected, she said, adding that the medicalized gender transitioning was a very temporary, superficial fix for a very complex identity issue. What I'm alarmed at is that you're not willing to say absolutely minors shouldn't be making decisions to amputate their breast or to amputate their genitalia. For most of our history, we believe that minors don't have full rights and that parents need to be involved. So I'm alarmed that you won't say with certainty that minors should not have the ability to make the decision to take hormones that will affect them for the rest of their life. Will you make a more firm decision on whether or not minors should be involved in these decisions?
Senator, transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field. And if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Let it go into the record that the witness refused to answer the question. The question is a very specific one. Should minors be making these momentous decisions? For most of the history of medicine, we wouldn't let you.
These are just evil human beings, to be honest. Levine didn't answer the question. He answered the same way he answered the first time, which was the whole written. He memorized that question or whatever it was. Oh no, that transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field. Blah blah blah. Didn't answer the question. This evil human being, I could call him an evil human being, is saying that doesn't take the stand and saying that a minor should not chop off his wee-wee, should not chop off his penis, that the government should not consent to a minor chopping off his penis. This evil human being has said that the government should allow him. Let's call. The number to call is 646-470-1077. Let's put on the number here. I want to guys what you guys think about all these different topics that have come up. Let's turn on the lines here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. The number's officially on 646-470-1077. What you guys think about this topic? What's going on? Let me know. Let me know, guys, what you guys think about all these things that are going on. We got Joe Biden, the stimulus, everything. Let's read some of these chats here. Guys, I'm working on a lot of things. I'm working on working on some shirts. I'm working on some alternate ways of monetizing this channel since it's taken so long, but soon enough, I think it's gonna be monetized here on YouTube. But I still gotta work on other things like not a GoFundMe, a Patreon, and all that stuff. That way, we start making it happen here on the Valentine Show. Let's read some of these comments. And again, 646-470-1077. No cursing, and try to keep it to 5 minutes. So please, who's gonna call? Let me see what Kelly Higginson says. It's sad the children suffer like. The left, quote unquote, historically, they stand for the people that are the least vulnerable. Yet they promote abortion and they promote kids chopping up their penises and breasts. They promote these attacks by grown adults against children. It makes no left. No. It makes no sense whatsoever. Let me see what it says here. Final Fantasy freak likes Go Rand Paul. I like Rand Paul. Final Fantasy. I'm starting to like him. I'm liking what he's representing. To be honest, I like the way he expresses himself. I'm enjoying that a lot. To be honest, let's see. Bad A Dan, one mother was mortified after her daughter was depressed. The doctor immediately said that the girl was trans and recommended hormone blockers and suggested gender reassignment surgery. We're normalizing this. To be honest, I'm seeing, the more I'm seeing the craziness of the left, the more I'm advocating for like for like a state where it's like a conservative state, to be honest. And the crazies, because these people are crazy, and I'm not saying that to be mean. These people, they have some type of there's a problem in their mind. They can't ration properly. The crazy people live in one state. The sane people live in another. I don't feel. I'm not feeling. I don't want to feel like I feel uncomfortable. Right? Not comfortable with people walking around next to people who believe that chopping off body parts is gonna make people happy. I mean, it's just no and pumping up children with chemicals is fine, and it's the new norm. We have a doctor, and I say doctor again because it's a doctor. Doctor cannot say, you know what, a 17-year-old cannot decide to chop off her breast. We should not let a 17-year-old do that. The 17-year-old can vote. The 17-year-old probably cannot buy a gun. The 17-year-old can buy cigarettes probably. Yet the 17-year-old can chop off her breast if she wants to. Let me see what are you guys saying here? Okay. Final Fantasy Freak says, I believe that trans issues are trans species issues. Trans species. Oh, there's everything is trans now. Everything, everybody, people. There's a person. Go look out there. There's a trans. What is it? Oh man, he's a white guy, but he says he's a Filipino guy, so he's transcultural, something like that. Trans is ethnicity, and we gotta accept it. And if I say something, or if I give my opinion or criticize something about that, then oh no, you're transphobic, etc., etc., etc. No, man, stop that stupidity, man. Everything is not transphobic, man. We are able to give our opinions clearly without, going crazy on it. Guys, I forgot about this story, but I'm gonna talk while I talk about this. I'm gonna give it to you guys. Mr. Potato Head, right? This is from the AP. Mr. Potato Head to drop the Mr. Sort of. Why? And I'm reading from the AP. Hasbro has created confusion Thursday when it announced that it will drop the Mr. from brand names in order to be more inclusive. Again, let me show you guys this. Look. To be more inclusive. Let me see. Inclusive, and so all could feel welcome in the Potato Head world. It also said it will sell a new playset this fall without the Mr. and Mrs. designation that will let kids create their own type of potato families, including 2 moms and 2 dads. Again, they just want to be more inclusive, like including families that have 2 moms and 2 dads. This whole LGBT agenda, there's more than that. This is like a sexual revolution. To that, so they actually should add here, including 3 moms and 3 dads. For example, right here. Gay men become the first throuple. I'm not even sure how you say that. I think it's a throuple or a truple. Throuple, I'm guessing. To be legally recognized as dads. So these 3 gay men live together. They are all, this is in California. California is going to burn one day, to be honest. California recognized these 3 individuals as the fathers. And I think they're all 3 on the birth certificates of these children, right? I think they adopted 2 children. And again, it's like nature. Look at this. I'm gonna make look at this. Look what I'm gonna make, right? I'm not gonna say one word, and you're gonna understand exactly what I'm trying to say, right? This is nature, right? This is the way the creator designed it to be. For example, look, no words. I'm gonna get Charlie Chaplin on you guys. Let's keep it PG-13 up in here. You know exactly where I was going with that. That's nature, right? That's just natural. That's a natural relationship. Can I get scientific on you guys? Natural symbiotic relationship. That's natural, right? Because when you do that whole thing, if you do it good enough and properly enough, a child comes and it's supposed to be given to who? The child's supposed to be given to this one and to this one. So the child is supposed to be the product of this relationship right here. No, this is not the KKK, 666, Illuminati, none of that. No. White supremacy, white power. No, none of that. This is, that's it. Oh, okay. So we got this O here. The child is the gift from God from this relationship and this relationship. And the child should have this relationship and this relationship. Should have that in his family or her family, whatever the child is. Yet we don't want to have this or this. We don't want to have this no more. Now we want to have like this. This is what they're having now right here. And it's all good and it's all gravy. There is no limit to this sexual revolution because there is no limit. This shit, they're gonna just keep going with it. But not only that, right? So we're talking about Mr. Potato Head being more inclusive. This was back in 2018. I wasn't even aware of this. Look at this. These are first world problems. This is how I see that America is blessed. This is an emoji, a salad emoji. An emoji with an egg on it. This is the emoji after the egg has been removed because we want to be more inclusive according to Google. Everyone stop what you're doing. There has been a change to the salad emoji and the internet can't handle it. This was back in 2018. I didn't even hear about this. Well, especially omnivores and carnivores. In an attempt to be more inclusive to vegans and egg eaters everywhere, people made a minor change to its salad. Google made a minor change to its salad emoji for select Android phones. Until recently, the emoji dish contains some leafy green sliced tomato and a hard-boiled egg. Look what this woman, supposedly an employee from Google, Jennifer Daniel. There's big talk about inclusion and diversity at Google. So if you need any evidence of Google is making the priority, may I direct you to the salad emoji. We removed what it says here. Let me see. We removed the egg in Android P Beta 2, making this a more inclusive vegan salad. This is where we at in the left. I never want to be part of that ever in my life unless they switch. Never ever want to be part of this nonsense and stupidity, to be honest. And I'm not going to be part of it. This is just crazy. This is not sane people talking. Let me see here. Bad A Dan didn't know that Google changed the salad emoji. Bad A Dan, this was back in 2018, bro. Dreaming Tree 777 are there gay birds? Great question, man. Science girl, I got you rolling. Hey, that's how we do it here on the Valentine Show. And as a matter of fact, since none of you guys wanted to call, the lines have been shut down. But I still thank you guys for being this Friday here with me. Like always, every single Friday, we are here from 8 to around, we're going to be shutting it down 9:05 where I take live calls, but you guys are scared to talk to me because you guys think I'm a eat you guys up. And we're going to be doing this this is episode number 33 that we've been doing this live calling show, guys. So thank you for the people. Let me give some shout outs. Let me just mention now, Arheli is in the house doing what he does. Troll, like always. C Noble, What's up? Sino was very active on the comments. Bad A Dan, Final Fantasy. Thank you. I seen Sonia around there, Ronnie, Tasha, a lot of people. Thank you guys so much, guys. I would love to stay, and if some way, somehow, some form, I'm able to change the schedule up. That way I could stay a little longer because I know it's short. I talk so much, and it's just like the time just passes so quick, and sometimes there's not enough even time for you guys to call. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to the Valentine show, El Show de Valentín, right now, the Spanish channel with my wife. We're gonna be talking about similar topics, obviously, but with the input of my beloved wife, Jackie. Let me just finish giving out these shout outs to Miguel Cruz del Carmen in the house. Kelly, thank you for being here. Lucky Sport, thank you, man. Look what he said. Let me see. Biden has said the says that he is now imposing sanctions on Nigeria because they don't embrace LGBTQIAP. This is the agenda. Like, how many? The LGBT community is like 1%. Take care of, okay. Nobody's for nobody. Could we not persecute them? I'm all for that. Let's not persecute them. None of that stuff. Let's protect them. All that. Respect everybody. All that stuff. But like, there's bigger agendas, right? I mean, I just don't get it. Morgan, Quantum Vortex. Let me see what Morgan says. I mean, not what Morgan. What Quantum Vortex says. My daughter competes in wrestling. Oh my God. The boys who identify as girls are throttling and sometimes hurting the girls they compete against. Is this fair? Tell that to Fallon Fox, a man who decided to become a woman, and he actually broke the skull of the female competitor. And people find this normal. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Again, where I'm here every single Friday from 8 to around 9 p.m. every single Friday. And obviously during the week, I try to do my uploads. There's going to be more reactions, more. I want to do more interviews. Guys, anybody, as a matter of fact, if you guys know leftists, please invite them. I want to do debates. And even the people that are here, if you guys want to do a debate on any topic that you disagree with me, the people that are here, at the end of my, at the About tab, there's my email. If you guys want to do a debate, meaning I'll send you a Zoom link and we'll do a debate. Obviously, you guys know who you're doing the debate with. So there's not going to be no cursing, no none of that. We're just going to be concentrating on whatever ideology it is. You disagree with me on one point, hit me an email. I want to do a debate with you. Or if you know a leftist or somebody, send them over to me, man. I'll treat them good. I'm not like some of these. We have some kinds, and we have to just be honest. We have some people who are very fanatic on the right also, but that's not me. So let's finish that off as we always do with a nice little prayer. Father, I thank you for this show one more time. I thank you, Lord, for allowing us to make it to the end of the week. I ask you that you bless all these people that follow the Valentine show, that you bless them in their jobs, that you bless their families, Lord, that you help them be leaders of their homes, Lord, that you protect them wherever they're at, Lord, that all these different things are happening, that they may understand that hope is not found in any man or any political party, but is only found in you. Heal anybody that's sick and protect them and bless them. I ask you, Father, in Jesus' name, amen. Guys, enjoy your weekends. Get off these phones for a little bit, man, to be honest. Get off the internet for a little bit. These things are, oh my God. Try to put the phone down and enjoy some time with your family and with yourself. Read a book. Look where I'm at. Let me give you an update real quick. 1984, look how much I have to go. And I'm going to tell you right now, I just have this to go. I read yesterday, the longest I've ever read on one sit down. I read from 8 to 1 o'clock in the morning, the longest I've ever read on one sit down. And I've never read a book that my heart jumped a little bit. Never in my life. That book did it. Go read that book. Guys, enjoy yourself. I'm Valentine. God bless. Godspeed. Me, Valentine. I am out. Jackie.